Hello, and we're going to create a drawing today. You can see I made this part in Inventor, and then I pulled this in and I added some dimensions to it, and I added some color to it, and I put this little text box here for the materials in the area, properties, and everything else. So I'm going to go to Home, and I'm going to click the arrow next to New, and I'm going to click on Drawing, and this is going to create a new drawing for me. Notice the sheet is pretty big, so I'm going to click over here on Sheet 1, and then I'm going to right click and hit Edit Sheet, and I need to change this. It's 34 by 22, so I'm going to change this down to an A size, 8.5 by 11, which I think is a little more reasonable. So I'm going to click OK, and here I have my title block down in the bottom. I have my border and I have my page. I'm going to click Base to get my model in here, and if I already have a model that I was working on or have one that's open, it'll pick that one first, but I need to find this one here, and I'm going to use this cutter holster that I modeled earlier this year. And I'm going to have the model here. You can see that it pulls it in. It's just going to give me the front view. I need to orient this using the view cube to get it the right orientation. Then I need to get it to be the right size. So I'm going to go down here to 1/2. And you could type different values in here and test things out to see what you like best. 1/2 works really well for this paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click above it to place another view, and then I'm going to click next to it to place the side view, and then I'm going to click in the upper right corner for the three-dimensional view. If I don't like a drawing, like let's say I put one over here on the side, I can click the X and I can get rid of that drawing. If I move these up, you'll notice that all of them move up, especially if I move my key view, right? But my side view and my top view I can only move in one direction here. So now that I have this in place, I'm happy with it. I'm going to click OK. You'll notice that they all go to just simple line drawings. This one up here, I'm going to double click on this drawing, and then I open up this drawing view, and I can now take and turn this to shaded, and then I click OK, and you'll see that it actually gets the model color from the original part. So now that I have this, I can throw on some dimensions. I go to my Annotate tab, and then I want to put center marks for my two holes so that we know exactly where to drill. I'm going to put on some dimensions from the circle. So I'm going to click on the hole to the top edge and go over, and that's 0.39, and I'm going to go from the hole over to the left edge, and then I'm going to pull that up, that's 0.59, and then I'm going to go and put a dimension to the actual hole itself, and I'm going to put that right there. And if I wanted to, I could dimension both holes, but I don't need to. I'm going to dimension this rounded corner right here, that fillet, and then I am going to dimension the overall height of the object by clicking the top corner and the bottom corner. I'm going to dimension this little part right down here at the bottom by doing that. I'm going to do this little fillet over here on the corner as well. I can dimension the thickness of the material here just so that it's easy to see. I'll put the width right here, and I'll put the overall width on this one. Now if I'm running out of room, I can hit escape to get out of my dimension tool, and I can just move this drawing up. As you see, the little box highlights, and I can move things around to kind of give myself a little more space. So I'm going to put that over here. Once I'm happy with the dimensions, I think the dimensions are pretty good for what we need here. I don't think I see any that we need. I can then go ahead and put a piece of text over here to make a note, and this will pop up, and I'm just going to put note, all dimensions are in inches. And then once I'm happy with the text, I click OK. I hit escape to get out of my text tool, and I can move this to where it needs to be. I can put it in the corner. I'm just going to put it right next to these views so it's easy to find. From there, I want to go ahead and I want to populate the information in my title block. There's only a couple things you need. I can go and create text and put it in there, but the easiest way to do this is to get to iProperties. And in iProperties, you go to Summary, and you can give it a title. So I'm going to put this as Cutter Holster. For author, I'm going to put my name, make it a little bit easier to tell who it is. And for company, I can put that in there if I want to. Just like that. And then once I'm happy with all that, there's other information that we could put in here, but this is perfectly fine for the way it is. If I hit apply, I can see it. If I hit OK, then it would just populate in here. So now we have all of our information here in the title block. And that concludes what's mandatory for the assignment. I'm going to talk about an optional item here. If I go here to my text feature and I click on this button, I'm going to go and place in some text. So I'm going to type material first. I'm going to put a colon. I'm going to type area. I'm going to type mass. I'm going to type volume. And this allows me to put in some parameters that come from my model. So if I click on the drop down for the type, I click on standardized properties, I can go down to my material and then I can add that material in. You'll notice that this is nylon 6/6. I'm going to go over here to area, and this is in my physical properties model, and area is already selected because that's the first one. So I click the X, then I'm going to go here to mass, click the X, put my cursor next to volume and click volume, and then I insert it with clicking the X. And if I'm unhappy with the text size, I can change it, but I think this looks good for what we're doing here. And I click OK, and then I can hit escape, and I can fix my placement of my text by just kind of clicking and dragging on the text to a place that works. When I'm all finished, I want to make sure that I save my work. So I'm going to call this cutter holster, I guess this is going to be V4. And then I want to export it as a PDF so that I can turn it in for my assignment. So I click on File, Export PDF, and then I save it as my cutter holster V4, just like that. And I'm all good to go. Thank you very much.